Hello YouTubers, I am in sunny San Diego, California here at Urban Mo's on a Wednesday night for the Dream Girls Review. It is here every single week, 8 o'clock showtime. Here is a Dream Boy. We perform 3 times in a show. But my first one is the makeup tutorial that I am about to show you right now. I am bringing you Ricky Ricardo. Now with the YouTube laws and copyrights and everything, I'm not allowed to play music or audio from the show because I don't own the rights to it. So instead, I will be singing the theme song to you. You ready? Da 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 da. You're welcome. If you want this hat of your very own, you can buy it on my Etsy page. Search on my Etsy page under either LANDON CIDER, BellaLuna Inspired, or you can click right here. Hopefully I can make that work. Or you can just click the link I'm going to put in the description as well. Alright, now that's enough shameless self-promotion. Let's get started. On a clean, moisturized, and primer face, I'm taking a glue stick and running it across my entire hairline. Desi Arnaz, the actor who played Ricky, has a wider set face than I do with a hairline that's much further back. So in order to project the proper proportions, I need to be able to bring my skin or face further back too. Later on, after I have the rest of his features on, I'll draw his hairline back in. You can see I'm generously applying the glue all around my face, about an inch or 2 into my hairline. This technique is used most often by drag queens to glue their eyebrows down when they don't want to shave them off completely. By applying the glue stick, letting it dry, applying loose setting powder, brushing off the excess, and repeating this step several times, you can create a pretty smooth surface to then apply liquid or cream makeups to. So now it's time to start carving in all of Ricky's contours. I'm using a light brown cream makeup, and while using a few different reference photos I found online, I'm finding all those dark shadows and replicating them on my face. Starting with the inner corners of the eyes, the nose, the smile line, under the lips, under the eyes, temples, and then the cheeks. Sometimes with certain faces I find I need to smile to properly place some of the contour shapes, making sure both sides of the face seem symmetrical. I continue to contour my upper lip, my chin, and then I find that I need to build up more shadows, so I add more contour to my nose, really trying to find his shape, contouring down the sides into the corners of my eyes, adding some under the eyes, and adding more to the temples as well. And now that my contour is all carved in and shaped out, I'm taking my base foundation and filling in all those empty spaces, taking it into the hairline that has been glued down. This time I'm going to wait to pop in my highlights after I get my base foundation in. I honestly don't know why I decided to do that this time. I was actually kind of surprised when I'm reviewing the footage myself. Maybe I was tired or stoned, but either way, this is how I did it this time. Now I'm blending all my base color and my contour color, making sure not to overwork or else you'll blend away all the shapes that you put in place. Oh, wait a minute. Did you see that? I'm going to slow it down. I sneezed. Now, you know it's customary here when someone sneezes, you say, bless you, or gesundheit. I'm going to let you practice your manners. Is that enough time? Thank you. Now I'm starting to pop in my highlights. With the white cream makeup, I'm taking a small detailing brush and starting with the tip of the nose, the bridge, the eyebrows, the forehead, paying attention to wrinkle highlights, the smile lines around the mouth, the upper lip, the chin, the cheeks, and then the corners of the eyes. Now I'm taking a medium brush and blending all that white in, paying attention not to overblend to maintain its place as a highlight. When I'm done with all the blending, I set all this cream makeup with the setting powder. I'm liberally applying it all over, then dusting it off with a clean, dry, round brush to remove excess. Now, do you know what time it is? Well, it's beer 30. Yes, ladies and gents, and those in between, I am a stereotypical lesbian and love beer. See how much I enjoy it? Beer. All right, back to work. The setting powder has now muted the colors, so it's time to go in with my shadow contours and bring them back to life. I start with the basic medium contour, hitting all those places previously painted with the cream makeup. Now I'm taking a smaller brush with a darker brown shadow, and I'm starting to find some detail work, starting with the inner corners of the eyes, the nose, and the nostrils. Now I'm going to get a smaller brush, and with the same brown, I'm drawing on darker shadows under his eyes and reshaping the upper eyelid. And now it's time to draw in his eyebrows. I keep my natural eyebrows to a very minimum because my everyday Kristine, I like a more feminine brow. Sometimes I black out my eyebrows using the same glue stick method, but I found most of the faces I paint can work around my thin brows, so I use them more as a guideline to find balance more than anything. Here you'll see I'm slowly building them up. This late in the makeup game, you want to start off anything with a small amount of product and add to it gradually to avoid mistakes. Fixing problems at this point more than likely means having to remove makeup, and replacing it to properly match can be a bitch, so take my advice and take it slow. With the eyebrows on, I can now see how thick to apply my eyeliner. I'm using a liquid felt tip. This is just my personal preference. Some people like brush tip, some people like pencil. Figure out what you like and use it like you love it. And it's lip time. I have a Dusty Rose cream makeup that I use for all my lips. Once it's paired with the bits of white highlights and some medium to dark brown for contour, it usually turns out to look like a pretty realistic lip. Now I know what you must be thinking. Kristine, what about the white loose powder highlights? I know. Honestly, I forgot. I blame the beer and the weed. But in any way, I remember just in time, so I'm going back in and I'm adding all those pops of highlights all over and blending as I go. Then I'm going to put on my white shirt, bow tie, and now it's time to paint on Ricky's hairline underneath that wig. I'm taking a black cream makeup, and with a thin brush, I'm painting on short strokes to bring his hairline to life. After that's in place, it's clear my eyebrows need a darker coat, so I'm taking that teeny tiny brush, and with the same black cream makeup, I fill in the brows with some hair detailing. And now with those final touches all done, it's time to put on the jacket, the hat, and Lucy, I'm home. I've been performing Ricky Ricardo pretty much the length of my career, as he was one of the first impersonations that I created, and every time I perform him, I have such an amazing time. My goal with my performance of him is to transport the audience to the Tropicana nightclub. I mean, here's some Ricky-isms, but if you haven't already checked out my performance channel under the name LANDON CIDER, you can see my full performance here, or even better, come to a live show, because there really isn't anything like live theater, even if it's theater being lip-synced by a bunch of cross-dressers. And more beer. Thanks again for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time, YouTube.